quick inside info. How did SY change from the last big tournaments? Now without Paladin.
It's a big change because Paladin is really the leader of SY. He kind of directs where people go. He keeps them all focused, and he also looks at the bigger picture a lot. I know people are saying that was fast. He's, old and slow, but he's still a really, really strong team game player. And the later the game goes, the stronger he is.
Okay.
I don't know if they have a leader, this particular group of players. It'll be interesting to see.
Okay, I still have chess mod on. My bad, guys. We'll change that for the next game. So now we are going live into the first game. TyRanT against SY, the grand finals, game 1. SY Dry Arabia. We can see the four civilizations and we can see a difference there. Seeing that TyRanT went for Chinese as the four civilizations and SY going for Spanish as the four civilizations. What does that tell to us, Helen?
Well, I think that's also a player issue because Lix is playing, and Lix as a player is very strong as Spanish, and he also plays in less conventional ways. I don't think Chinese is a civ that really plays to his strengths. I'm not sure if he's going to play the way he usually plays, which in this case, even as Pocket, he sometimes likes to go forward, do something a little crazy. They'll probably keep him in check and just make him play a more standard game this game. Maybe lots of team walls. What am I saying? Maybe, probably. And just boom.
Okay, so let's take a look at the of the formation of the team. So we have Viper in the middle. His flank will be Dowd as Mayans, so great positioning over there. And the other side is Riot as the Pocket and Slam as a flank. So kind of okayish, but obviously Mongol's flank would have been better. Let's take a look into the SY. And we already saw Lix being Pocket. That's so important if you have Spanish to have the Spanish player Pocket. Mongols Dio on the flank and the Pocket is for Jinghua. So perfect Hans, Spanish Pockets and Mayan's flank. Tell me something about those positionings.
Best positions they could hope for. Mayan flank is great. You don't really want Mayan pocket. Mayan flank has a lot of options. You can still ball, which is what you can see Xiaoshong doing right now. I believe that's a stolen ball.
Yeah, that's a stolen ball, of course, because he has still a second one and one is getting stolen at the same time. Lao Cheng is trying to prevent it, but it seems like Dowd, although he only has 10 HP, should be fine. The ball still close enough. Oh, Dowd needs to take care. Only 2 HP, but now he should get into the GC. Successful ball steal over here. Well done.
Yeah. So, the other thing is Mongol flank, also very good. As Mongol pocket, you're always put in that weird position where you don't know if you want to go really delayed.
Oops, you're cutting off at the
So
moment.
you have,
maybe your connection isn't great?
Yes, I know. I'm in China. Connection sucks.
Okay. Oh, second boar steal now. Maybe Dowd will only end with one boar. And he has 5 on woods. That's very uncommon in my opinion. Let's see how he will try to react to that. Fortunately for him, Viper got him the sheep. Nice team play over there. Axing very early. And it seems like Chao Qing might play with 3 boars against the 1 boar of Dowd on the left hand side. Let's take a quick look on the right hand side. It looks a bit more peaceful over here, although I only see 1 boar for Slam. And 3 boars for Mr. Yo, so not peaceful at all.
Looks like there's a lot of blaming going on, and well, everything's fair game, I guess. In the game, I'm surprised we're not seeing maybe the TyRanT pockets helping out their flanks a bit more. You can see with the Chinese team, very important for the pockets to help their flanks out.
Viper and Dowd were able to block the boar, but now Chao Qing is getting the boar again. Let's see, 11 HP on the eagle. The villager was attacking the boar. Let's see. Now the villager should get it home if he is attacking. Now they should block the villager, not attack the boar and not attack the villager. Let's see, great blocks over there. Going down to 5 HP. Only 1 more hit would have done it. From the boar, and the boar is doing it. Oh god. Nice move there by Viper and Doubt, at least forcing one villager loss for Zhao Qing here, who's going for a drush, as you can see as well, against the drush of Doubt.
Actually, I don't think he should have lost the Vill. For some reason, he didn't click and garrison the villager in the TC, so the Vill just stood there for a bit and got that, the ball got the last hit in there. So a bit of carelessness from Xiaoshong as well.
Yeah, and losing the Eagle Warrior at the same time, absolutely. I think he could have gotten into the town center, but now having 3 boars is still pretty fine. Having 3 villagers in front is a bit too much, in my opinion, here. Maybe he's fearing to get housed pretty soon.
Yeah, I think he's just panicking a little. The barracks is coming up late because he was so distracted trying to get the boar in. So you're just sending extra villagers to ensure that the wall off comes up in time and the barracks goes down a little faster and he gets the houses and everything else that he needs up.
Okay, yeah, and Mr. Yo's population is extremely low as well. Look at this, only 18 villagers. I'm not really sure what happened there.
He's going feudal.
Oh, okay,
He's
that
going
makes
19
sense.
pop
Okay,
feudal.
okay, yeah. Just getting a bit too excited there. But as you can see, Slam is reasonably well doing with his villagers as well, and anticipating an early attack from Mr. Yo. So, already walling, and I think his spot should be fine after he walled close to his DC, back gold, and maybe some walls close to Riot here in the middle. Although Riot will not finish those walls because Mr. Yo is getting a villager for himself here. And surviving with 1 HP only. Oh, Doubt is going for full wall after Drush. And he should be able to finish the walls, especially because he still has an eagle against no eagle. Now he's going back with his eagle already in anticipation of the scout trying to catch him, but he does not want to lure all his enemies over here. So 1 militia survived and 1 scout for the SY team, and Doubt now needs to lick his wounds, and it seems like he will go for castle or a sling here. Oh, most players are already trying to wall themselves. Rio, the only guy who's quite open on the side of the TyRanTs. And let's take a look at SY team. Obviously, Mr. Yo having his scouts out now and is sending villagers forward to most likely build a tower over here. So Slam will struggle quite a bit. He's trying to wall, trying to play an archer defense, not 100% sure if he has the resources. No, he only has 1 farm, so it is indeed an archer defense here with Chinese.
Well, he was down 1 boar as well, and as China you're already pretty delayed. While losing a boar on top of that really doesn't help your uptime, so it makes sense that he's so delayed and he's struggling and he had to wall ahead of time, knowing that Yo probably with that extra boar, even without the extra boar as Mongols, was going to go for a fast feudal and make scouts.
Yeah, absolutely, and rightfully so. He was scared because, as you can see, Yo did exactly that. Now sending his scouts and even raiding Rio. He does not have much defense just yet, struggling to get maybe even enough wood to afford the blacksmith and stable and some pikemen. But now even adding farms, so at least the wood looks fine for now. And I'm quite surprised by the walling style of most TyRanTs here.
Well, for Slam, I think it's more out of necessity that he needed to wall that large. And for his pocket Riot, well, he's only gone for the pretty standard micro walls around his woodline, so that's fairly safe. But then Yo's come forward to build a tower anyway, so he's going to be in a bit of trouble. I think it's mostly just against your scouts.
Would not have been safe, but I think those villagers can still work there. Let's count 2, 4, 6, 7. I think those villagers could continue to work there, but still not the greatest positioning if the flank is tower rushing you pretty early. And I did count wrong, so the villagers, only this villager was getting blocked. So yeah, Riot struggling a bit, Slam not able to help out too much, only having 5 archers for now, and Yo seems to maybe close the walls and could be fine. By the way, Lux, we did see it but I didn't mention it, will go for Conquistadors here.
Well, that explains a lot. explains why Yo's going so aggressive as well. It means he's buying his pocket some time to get that castle up because he's going to be a bit delayed, and he's delayed Riot a bit through with the scouts in the tower as well.
Oh, and it seems like Doubt is going for Sling. Look at this, reaching Feudal Age, doing all 3 eco upgrades, only building a market, and no blacksmiths, having double palisade walls. This will go into Sling and most likely for Viper.
And I think Xiaoshun will figure that out really quickly. He's already got archers in the wood line, forcing Doubt to move his wood line, and now we see Doubt stonewalling as well. So I think the SY team will figure this out pretty quickly.
Absolutely, most likely Zhao Qing already realized, okay, as this guy's playing so defensively and his Feudal Age time was so late. I think it was 14:52, so we will not see any aggression from him coming up. And now even rolling with stone. Let's see if Viper is going for 2 extra TCs and knights, or if he's adding a 3rd stable even. Yo, is even a 2nd tower over here. Most of the aggression at this time on the side of the TyRanT here.
Well, I think they're pretty happy just to play it a little more passively for now, especially with Viper getting Sling, and it looks like with just 2 stables he's going to go for a bit of more eco, so immediately dropping 2 extra TCs rather than doing, well, I see the 3 stable from when you get Sling build a lot, but he's just chosen to go for a more eco-heavy sort of build, which is a good thing.
Bloodlines +2 and 2 stables, producing at least 6 knights. But yeah, I think a 3rd stable would not have hurt there. But yeah, just going for more of the eco-intense way. And Lix now finished his castle and slammed it, see it, and might catch a villager from Mr. Yo. Nice reaction time, but I think will still be too late. Maybe, let's see. 10 HP, but no.
Yep. And now we see Yo trying to stonewall, but it's a little bit late. His pocket doesn't really have enough conquistadors to save him yet. Scouts are still all the way across the map, are they? Are they coming back?
And Rio is sending some knights as well.
Yep.
Not having any villagers on gold at this stage, so this will be the only knights he will send for now. And those are a lot of archers, and if they have +1 and maybe even +1 defense, they perform kind of okay against conquistadors without any upgrades. If they get into like a number, how many are those? 15 for now?
Yes, that is 15 it seems. So Lix can't really do much to help Yo. Yo is not on the way to Castle Age yet. He's in a lot of trouble now with the knights coming in, plus those archers. I don't know what he can do. He's completely off gold, and he's completely off, well, he's still on wood. He still has that one single tower defending part of his economy, but not for long.
Slab should be able to do some damage here, trying to defend, and as you said, the tower most likely will go down. Not too much coming in from Lix, and Lix is even going for Rio space and not saving Yo here. Lamb is trying to zone out all the incoming conquistadors, trying to catch. Yeah, Lix not looking, but Lix is going for Riot, and Riot isn't having too many exposed resources, although no, conquistadors in this area could do major damage. Maybe they decide even to go for the Viper, but he looks pretty safe there. Let's take a look. As we already saw now, SY is finishing their team walls, and oh, even speed walling over here, although Jinghua, oh, that's not the greatest communication. And maybe they finish even better team walls. No, not the perfect team walls we would have loved to see from them.
No, and I'm not too sure where Lix is walling to. It looks like Lix wants to wall himself in, and he does do that very often. It's probably going to be a team war between Yo and Lix in the end, and I think Love Cheng maybe wanted to team wall together with them as well, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen.
Looks very indecisive here, going back and now going for the Viper without any damage against Riot. That's quite surprising for me.
I think maybe he knows that Yo did tower Riot's woodline and delayed him a bit. So with Viper getting sling, maybe he just wants to go and do damage to Viper first. I'm not too sure about this decision though. I really think they should be applying more pressure against Stout as well, since Stout is slinging. And did Lix just send resources? Oh, just a bit of stone.
Okay, and now we can see the counter of Viper. Obviously, he's trying to kill the Conquistadors with his own knights, but the speed isn't too great, so he's researching husbandry to catch up with the distance, so Lux can't hit and run him against the knights. Now the knights should easily clear those Conquistadors up. And Lux is even trying to run, but as we can see, the distance is being closed extremely fast, and already 2 Conquistadors lost without any kills. Great defense there by the Viper. So who is ahead in this game, Helen? Slam now reached Castle Age, researching Expo. Riot's Eco was blocked quite a bit, and Doubt still in Feudal Age. And they did break through. I didn't even see that. Only having 2 layers of palisade wall there. And now the Viper needs to send everything, but he is indeed doing that. And now he's trying to take a fight, but monks are already prepared. And the Viper is going back. Now Doubt needs to wall here ASAP, and he's only walling with the house. I think Stonewall would have been the better choice over here.
Yes, definitely. He isn't taking stone though, so he can't actually stonewall. He has to buy the stone. Really just wanted to go full sling and hope for the best with the double palisades and house walls, rather than going for the safer full stone walls, which would have cost him a lot. He has to wall a lot in order to wall fully with stone walls, so that probably was the consideration for him there.
Yeah, absolutely, maybe, but buying 100 stone would have helped out, especially with Marions. I think he even sold stone, because this isn't all his 200 stone invested there. Now let's see a big fight coming up. The Viper is trying to get there from behind. All the monks getting a knight for themselves, more knights coming up, and I think Viper should be able to clear that with +1, +2, and bloodlines. All the blue knights already went down. Now only crossbowmen standing, monks already going down as well, and Viper is having a nice clear there, even clicking Imperial Age now. But Xiao Jing and Jingho are sending more units there, and the amount of knights isn't as great as before from the Viper.
Well, that's not that great still for Yinghua, because look at home. Slam has managed to get in between that little gap, and that's a lot of crossbows for him to deal with at home.
The team wall wasn't finished over here, and now he's delaying at least the siege workshop, even delaying, blocking some farms over here. +2/+2 crossbowmen, and a huge amount. And yeah, it's not like, okay, I can send 6 knights there and can clear it up. No, he needs to send a whole lot to clear that.
So that's going to delay his economy further. And Yinghua, he's not even getting sling, so it's not like Viper, who's still getting slung. That didn't really take too much damage from all that pressure, since Viper did send those knights over to help. The real cost was a couple of knights from Viper going down there in that big fight. So he has less units to upgrade once he hits Imperial Age, but that's a lot of stable, so he can still pump them out. And it should be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. And now it feels like the first raid on Riot. Riot up to 75 villagers, leading in villagers overall. Compared to Lux, he's only 74, or at least he's second. So it seems like they want to go for, yeah, a strong Mongol player in Imperial Age, even researching the second stone upgrade, an upgrade we don't see too often. And yeah, we'll most likely see him boom for a lot of Mango dice.
Yes, and on the other side, if we look at Yo, he's only just hit Castle Age not long ago, so that is a really late Castle Age. He wasn't slinging or anything, he was just super delayed from a single raid coming in from Slam's archers.
Now having his stone walls, and he is fully walled, but still no extra GC, and only down at 43 villagers at minute 30, so absolutely not what you're aiming for in a 4v4 team game. Let's compare it to Doubt, who is ahead by 12 villagers, although he's still in Feudal Age, obviously.
What I'm most worried about is the fact that the SY team has still not finished their team wall. I think that's Yinghua going to finish it now, but they really need to close that gap before those knights come in from Viper. if they do go that way, but it looks like he's just going to go straight for Xiaoshong. So that's okay. They're safe for now. The pockets are, at least.
Yeah, Jinghua did clear everything up that Slam sent there, so not more villages being lost. But obviously Jinghua couldn't develop into a strong economy and not the greatest amount of knights as well. You can see him still not having clicked up to Imperial Age, and now Viper is knocking at the door of Chao-Ching with a lot of cavaliers and is building heavy amounts of rams, I assume, having 3 siege workshops already at the front of Chao-Ching here.
Yeah, interesting play here by Yo, if you look at what he's doing in between Slam and Riot's bases. I'm not too sure what he's trying to do. He doesn't have much economy still, 44 villages. He's just basically going for the strong push against Riot, since Riot likely going up to Imperial Age and maybe trying to delay the other Mongol player, but Viper's just going to come in and clear everything that he has up so easily with those cavaliers.
I'm not really sure if I like this at all, because taking yourself kind of out of the game. Obviously he was strongly behind there, only having 44 villagers and only 1 TC, but still just doing a castle attack at minute 32 where you have cavaliers on the map. You know this guy boomed, he has to have some mango dice at least, and yeah, just reducing your eco and just not giving your whole team the opportunity to have early mango dice. I think that's not the right decision here by Mr. Yo.
Yeah, he was so far behind though, so it's hard to criticize the decision too much, because he hit Castle Age at minute 28, and Riot obviously being the pocket, even though he had taken a bit of harassment, Lix pretty much didn't touch him the whole game, so he was always going to have that critical mass much earlier than Yo either way. Desperation.
Yeah, most likely. Maybe they just should have switched into like more walls and a boom or something. Now
yeah,
Viper
and Yo's
running along all the walls, and he finally found something to kill else than one single outpost, namely some villagers of Lux trying to expand. And let's see Slam now going offensive against Yo, and Yo will not have the greatest defense against that.
No, it looks like SY are in a lot of trouble right now. Viper is in the position where he can do so much damage. Paladin already complete for him. I mean, we see Lix now having Cavalier, but they're only +2 Cavalier, and he doesn't have nearly as many as Viper does right now. 64 Paladins out on the map from Viper, or 60 something at least. There's still some siege from him trying to get into Xiaoshong's base. But other than that, it's just completely Paladins, and that's enough to pretty much win them the game at this point with that many.
Exactly, look at the map control, having Paladins in the top, over here in red, controlling everything, raids of loot, and pushing on the left hand side. So Viper now being at like 4 or 5 places at the same time, trying to defend all the raids and putting on pressure. Great map awareness of him, and yeah, having like 78 military now. Just such a great map control, and he's absolutely getting the resource on the map, obviously being helped by the great sling of Doubt.
Yep, and now Doubt is walling the whole map to ensure that they have safe trade, guarantee themselves. Yep.
Oh, and Chao-Ching needed to hold on this walls, not having 45 walls. Maybe even some more monks would have helped, obviously. Maybe some rams even, but now having paladins and rams in your base and not having any defense, he now just clicked up to Imperial Age, but halberdiers will be so far away, so now he's fighting with soon to come castle pikemen against a lot of paladins. Chao-Ching will lose most of his eco here, and this castle will zone out some paladins, but will not help out once Viper gets enough cap rams or even siege rams out. Let's take a look on the right hand side.
Yeah, I think this game is pretty much over. On the right hand side you have Slam pushing with Riot, Slam already on the way to Imperial Age, having a lot of crossbows, and Riot already with fully upgraded elite Mengadai, and Yo is still, what, 70 population? He doesn't really have much. He's got a few military units, a few spears, and that's about it. So I'm not sure if there's anything the SY team can do at this point to bring this game back. I mean, Lix and Yinhua trying to push Viper back on the left-hand side, but going to have to sacrifice Yo because Yo can't defend from this. I don't even think Lix can save him from this.
No, it will be tough. Now he's close to finishing Paladin upgrade, and no, he already finished it. And yeah, he has, but not the greatest amount, only 12 military. So 12 military obviously will not be enough to kill everything that Riot and Slam have prepared for him. And as we already mentioned, the other side isn't looking too great either. I think TyRanT are looking great here to take the first map.
Yeah, very much so. Viper now military sitting on 80 plus, and that is, I don't see any more siege from him, so that should be 80 paladins running around the map, and he's able to be everywhere right now. He can be on the right hand side, the left hand side, he can even go for the middle. Obviously it's team walled, so there's no point in doing that right now.
Down now beautifully zoning out all the map. Absolutely right what you think there. And the GG is there. And TyRanT is taking the first game in the grand finals of Clanmasters Invitational. Great play there by the TyRanT players.
Yep, that was a pretty dominating performance, obviously. I know a lot of people don't like to see Sling, but that Sling done well, even with the really, really risky wall strategy from Doubt. I'm surprised that he didn't go for the full stone walls as well, but it ended up working out well.
So what do you think was the main factor why this game went out so one-sided? And so, if you compare it with the normal 4v4 where both teams kind of wall, more of the quicker game?
I think one thing was the archer raid coming in from Slam, which was able to do so much damage to Yo because Lix chose to go Conquistadors. I think it would have been better for Lix to have gone for the Knights, but that's just a strategy issue, obviously. The other thing, obviously, was the Sling. I don't think Xiaoxiong and Yinghua put enough pressure on Doubt, and I think if Lix wanted to send his Conquistadors over, he should have gone for Doubt rather than going for Viper.
Yeah.
But mostly the Conquistador choice I didn't like too much.
Yeah, the Conquistadors, and if you go for them, you absolutely need to do more damage, not attacking Riot for quite some time, attacking the Slinger, who obviously has monks, not monks, but knights prepared and +2 defense. I think he should have went for Riot as well. And maybe even the attack of Mr. Yo didn't do too much. Just playing against Slinger and throwing in more small attacks. I think not the greatest choice by SY there. Let's take a look at the stats. Obviously the Viper killing most units, Doubt more of the peaceful guy here. Just losing some units, but the rest, yeah, just pretty equal as well. Mr. Yo not looking too great, largest army only 13 here. And obviously the resources Lux, the guy who boomed the most, as well as Riot, leading with a lot of resources, and the Viper getting slung close to 11k resources. Yeah, just a great help out. And now they even switched into slinging Riot as well. So absolutely going for the strong Imperial army. And as we saw, the main things in this game was the late feudal age of Doubt, who kind of forced into slinging then, and Mr. Yo's late castle age time, and no possibilities to ever catch up and to go into Mango Dice there.
Okay, so I changed my mic settings a bit. Hopefully this is a little bit better. I don't know.